Hey guys, this is Ashley and Rest, and this is another episode of She Wolf Alchemy. This week we are talking about gift giving. With the holidays coming up, lots of people are, preparing to get gifts for folks. And we just want to do a breakdown on gift giving procedures, the appropriate way to give a considerate gift to somebody. So my philosophy is a gift can be reflective of the giver. I think most importantly, you're supposed to take into consideration what the other person, the person who's receiving it, actually wants, making sure that you take into account things that they're interested in instead of just getting things that are maybe expensive or things that you think people of this specific type might like.
Yeah, I very much am big on this. I consider myself a really good gift giver because, I really take in consideration. All year long, I'm just pinning little things that you said. Hiking boots. Her current boots are always getting rained on. Just little things like that. I'm putting in my back pocket because I actually really like giving gifts. But a big part of that is the fun part of it is surprising somebody with something that says, I pay attention to you and the words that you say and the things that you like. At least for me, I think that's the fun part of gift giving, being able to show somebody see, I be listening.
Yeah.
I be paying attention. And it kind of always sucks though if you're that considerate and you have people and they don't do that to you, because now you I'm here with I'm trying to think, what is something that everybody gives me that I'm always just please stop. I don't know why y'all think this is a thing.
Like Bath and Body Works. I'm not saying people always give you that, but I get it. I get that it's an easy gift, but that's one of those things that just feels generic. Unless it's a specific scent.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love. I love honeysuckle. Sure, get me that. But if you just, I had this happen. I had a boyfriend do that to me. He bought this giant thing of stuff, and it was some scent that wasn't even and I was just, it's hard. You want to be grateful, but you're why did you buy this? I don't want this.
Yeah. I thought about it. The thing that people always give me is, since I became a mom, is stuff that's mom related, like a shirt. Yeah, just mom stuff. And I'm she is my entire world. I would like some things for me. 95% of my world already revolves around her. I appreciate it. I know I am a mom. She knows I am a mom. She can spell the word now too. Thank you. But please stop giving me mom stuff. I know I am a mom. And I know there are some people who eat that stuff up. There are some people that if you see them, it's a mom stuff, they're yes, this is my life. But for me, that is just one of the hats that I wear. I am a whole person outside of being a mother, and would really like for my family members to stop sending me mom stuff, because I know I am a mom. Maybe that's it. Maybe everybody's still shocked that I'm a mom. Everybody's just mom. Every time they see stuff, they're y'all out here a whole mom. That's a reminder. I don't know, but I would like that to stop.
People just pick up on themes and then they just stick with it sometimes, I think, to make it easy for them, and this can come out too when you're buying too much stuff for too many people. I think, especially around the holidays, my list is small. I don't even pretend like I'm gonna buy a bunch of gifts for folks. I tell people, yeah, probably my mama and my sister. I don't want to do all of that because I used to, for whatever crazy reason. I've never had the money to do those sorts of things, but I used to try to get everybody something. And then one year I realized, for example, especially with my family, that I would send stuff to all three of my cousins and my aunt, and then or something like that, and then get back they're all gonna combine, I'm gonna get one gift. Not that it's an exchange of who does what or whatever, but what am I doing?
Why am I overextending myself?
Yeah, but when you're doing that, I think that's when it's harder to be intentional, I think, when you're doing mass gift giving. Yeah. And so people just pick up on these themes. But me personally, I'd rather have something that I actually want, that fits me, than just stuff.
Yeah. No, word.
Lord knows
Word.
I don't need any more stuff.
Look, anytime Christmas is brought up, and I really just need to let it go. But I have been asking for easy bake ovens since I was like 4, and ain't nobody got me a damn easy bake oven. My mom asked me earlier this today, like, by the way, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, you still ain't got me an easy bake oven. And she laughed and walked away, and I feel like I'm still not going to get it. And I know I'm grown. I could buy it for myself.
We call those
Still
air
has not happened.
we call those air fryers.
I have an air fryer. I want a 4-inch circle that goes into a microwave that is heated with a light bulb.
Some things used to make real cakes. Yeah.
I know, because I asked for one and then my cousin got one. And they was like, that's good enough. They was like, they hang all the time. And I was like, no, it's not.
I remember when I was a kid, I had such a hard time asking for what I wanted for I have issues still to this day. I had such a hard time saying what I wanted for Christmas because I think it only happened one time where I got 2 of the same gift. And I was just, after that, I was like,
oh no.
I felt bad. I felt bad that like, that someone had gotten me something I already had. Like, I don't know what was wrong, but I had developed this whole thing where I was just like, if I just don't say anything, then people will just get what they want to get me. And then maybe I won't, like if I told everybody I remember it was a Hollywood hair Barbie and I want it. And I was like, if I tell too many people that I want this Hollywood hair Barbie, I might end up like 3 and I don't want 3 of them. One. And just develop this really weird complex about telling people what I actually want as a gift.
Oh,
really weird. I've broken it. I don't know if it's all the way gone. Maybe it's okay now because I think the only person that really asks is my mom.
I feel like I never actually know what I want besides the easy bake oven. But besides, I don't think I actually ever know what I want. So whenever people ask me, I'm kind of just like, practical. I'm really into my practical gift stage. Like, if you give me something that makes my life easier, like convenience, I really like practical things. So my mom got me this last year. She got me a sleep mask that has Bluetooth headphones in them. Because y'all know I've been having issues with insomnia. It's finally getting better, actually. I'm low-key sleeping. I'm sleeping too much. My dreams are taking over my life at this point. But I was having issues with insomnia for like a year and a half, and she got me this sleep mask that has music, and like I would sometimes listen to it when I'm meditating and go, and like I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I was like, I would have never thought of this in a million years. It's one of my favorite things. Thank you so much for thinking about something that I actually need based on who I am as a person, and then getting them and making my life easier.
Oh, those are definitely the best kind of gifts.
Yeah.
I like things that help make life convenient, but I also like thoughtful things. Like I don't want to.
Those can be thoughtful. To me, those are thoughtful.
Those can't. No, I guess I'm thinking about stuff like it would. If like, let's say I was married and my husband bought me a new dryer, like that's not a gift, in my opinion. That's something for the household. That don't have nothing to do with me. So when I think of gifts of convenience, I think about stuff like that, like appliances and things. Now, as I live alone, if someone would like to gift me, I don't know, a fridge, I'd take it. But I like I don't know. Yeah. But is it appropriate to return a gift? What is your philosophy on gift returning?
I personally, unless it's an issue of like size type of thing, like, oh, this legit don't fit me, I am team just take the gift. Like, I don't know. I'm just team the gift. Unless, okay, so actually no. If it's given and you have to ask them to like, hey, can I have the receipt? Can I follow? Like, if you have to go through that, I'm just team take the gift because I feel like it comes off inconsiderate. Now, if someone gives you gifts with a receipt in it,
by all means,
that's them saying, I do not give a fuck. Please go live your best life. I attempted, but here is the undo button on that temp if you need to. And I'm all the way for that. And I do that sometimes. Like if I have to buy a gift for someone I don't really know that well, I tend to also put a gift receipt in the bag to be like, I tried. You really was into Blue's Clues when you was 3. That's all I remember. I know you're 26 now. Don't know how this is going to turn out.
I know, like, I used to have such a bad thing for feeling like I had to hold on to stuff just because someone gifted it to me. Like, I have to at least use it. Otherwise, I am ungrateful. That was how I used to feel. And what finally broke me was this hideous shirt that my mom bought me that was just so. My mom buys me nice stuff, like nice clothes. Like most of the stuff I'm wearing, when people are like, "Wow, that's nice," I'm like, "Oh, my mom got it," because I hate shopping for myself. So we went through a phase where I don't think she really understood me or understood my style, and so she would just like buy things that had like color or a pattern or something and just be like, Ashley be liking that old crazy stuff. And so she'd see something and be like, yeah, this is something crazy. She'd like it. And she got me this. I mean, it was hideous. It had this big, first of all, not a child. And it had this giant butterfly on it. It was like a turquoise colored shirt and it had this big old pink butterfly on it with these giant rhinestone buttons.
Oh God,
Like
that's one of those like Sears shirts.
Yes.
When your grandparents just have a Sears card and you just kept getting vibrantly bright stuff with flowers and butterflies. Yeah.
It's hideous. And I kept that shirt for years. For years. I never wore it. I kept trying to wear it. Like, I gotta wear this shirt. Now, my mom probably didn't even remember. I really had to be like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, this woman probably does not even remember this daggone shirt. Like, I'm not sure why you're forcing it. Like, I kept trying to wear it and I just couldn't make it out the house with it. And
Ashley was in the mirror with vests and crop hoodies. Like, maybe if I covered the rhinestones.
I had issues, man. Just trying to, I don't know what but yeah, I really had this like thing of like, I have to wear it or use it, like whatever it is that someone got me, even if I didn't like it, so many times so that I could prove to, I don't know, God or somebody that I was grateful. Like, I don't know what my issue was, but I am so thankful to be freed from those shackles.
Okay, so when you were talking about return, you were talking about just using it.
No, I meant like returning it. Like, I have a friend who I remember the first time she told me, like, she'll straight up be like, hey, can I get the receipt so I can return it? And I was like, like, what do you mean? Like, you tell people you don't like their gifts? And she's like, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna get what I want. Like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm not there.
I'm not there either. I don't know if you saw my face when you said that. I was like, so quickly, like, just give me my gift back. Give me my gift back. But also some of that is because also I feel like I put a lot of thought in my gifts. So then it's like, you didn't even like the thought that counted. And I sat up there with that thought all year. But I do want to say, like, there needs to be a special category for like parents and their gift giving. Because I also feel like parents with each child, they get this like adjective of like who their child is. And then they just be making all types of moves side of even gift giving of like, because Ashley like that crazy stuff. Ashley crazy. And then just now you're forever getting neon shit. And you're like, what? Because yeah, same. Because I know, like, with my mom, and this isn't so much about like what her adjectives is for me. She got a whole bunch of adjectives for me, but like when my mom shops for me, especially clothes, which she keeps insisting on buying, but her thing is she loves buying me clothes, and like when she buys clothes for me, it's just like we need to cover up her breasts, and that's her only thing she looks for when she shops. It can be fluffy, it can be feathery, it cannot make sense. It can be a tent with armholes. And she's like, is it gonna cover up her breasts? Okay, that's what I'm gonna get her. And I'm just forever getting oversized dresses and shirts. And I don't know why. And we keep having to have this conversation of like, they're there.
Yeah.
They're there. Nothing is covering them. They're gonna be there. Can we move past this? And she's like, yes. Yeah. She was like, yeah. And then it's just hoodie dress after hoodie dress.
First of all, I love a good hoodie dress. Please stop.
Hoodie dress too. But the ones you're thinking of are not the ones I'm getting. Okay, so let's be very clear on that. These are 5 X's that need to be for my brothers that she has decided are now dresses.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, even with like my dad stuff, when I was talking to my bio dad, for him it was just like, yeah, Christ like books. And so he would just buy me books, and I love books, but like he would never ask me the type of books I like. So I was just getting like To Kill a Mockingbird, and I was like, no, thank you. I don't know where you an atlas. Like I'm just like, okay, so like I just
Like a Barnes and Noble gift card. Thank
like
you.
yeah.
Uh,
And we could just get a gift card. If you honestly, he would have went better if he was just like, there's a Black author on this book, and then did it that like you would have had more success that way. You would have at least piqued my interest a little bit. But no, he was just picking up shit. It was like, this looks big, and it's a book.
Books can be really good gifts though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say like, yeah, you have to take into account what the other person likes. Like, oh my gosh, like one time I was dating someone and he Amazoned me like 4 books, just sent
Yeah.
them to me. And they were really good books. And I greatly,
Mm-hmm.
but like he knew enough about what
Oh yeah.
and they were books he had read and
Yeah.
could say, oh, I've read these. So I know that they are in alignment with things that you enjoy.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the biggest part. Like again, if he would have asked, like, what genre?
Yeah.
He didn't even have to be like, what? He could just be like, what genre? What author? You know, what topic? But yeah, no, he didn't. I do love books. I did match with a guy one time on like Bumble, Hinge, whatever, and we were talking. He was like, what are you doing or something? I said something about reading. He's like, what are you reading? And I told him, and he like went and got the book. And then like we were talking about the book, but like I remember being like, oh, I really like that.
Yeah.
Like I really like let's get matching books. I'm not a matching t-shirt person.
Like,
Get us matching books and let's read it together and discuss our thoughts.
have you ever read to somebody or has somebody read to you? Like in a not like a, like a romantic person.
Oh, and anybody can be a romantic person if you try hard enough.
You know what I mean, in a,
yeah, in a
yeah,
romantic situation.
yeah.
No, and yes, not in a romantic situation. When I was pregnant, Kari's dad used to read my books to me, but like I was 8 months pregnant trying to type the paper. So he would be reading like the textbook. Like, I don't know what this means. Which part am I supposed to highlight? So that's romantic. It was romantic.
It is romantic. It is very sweet. But yeah,
It definitely helped me get through grad school. But no, if you're talking about like laying your head on their lap as they thumb through a poem, a book of poem of romantic arts, no, I have not. I very much would like to. While I'm being fed grapes, that would be amazing.
I think about it because I sit up and read at night and I think, oh, if somebody was here, like, what would that look like? Like, what would they be doing? Or like, would they be reading their book? Or like, maybe because me and my mom used to do when I was a kid, we'd pass a book back and forth.
Oh, that's
Like,
yeah.
read it to each other. And it was really sweet. I think we bonded awesome over those books because you can talk about it later and all kinds of stuff. And it would just be a nice thing to do,
No,
I think.
I love that. I was given books and told to go in other parts of the house. Like,
I mean, I did that too, but we together.
was I not being loved properly in my childhood? Oh boy. No, but I love that. I think that's really sweet and romantic. But I think I told you, like, single rest and like relationship rest is two different people. Relationship rest loves corny shit like that. Like shit that most people would be like, I mean, that works in a movie, but like in real life, I'm like, no. In real life, I like that shit. I like being corny together. A certain level of corniness.
A certain level. Absolutely. Yeah. So if someone buys you a bunch of stuff, or I won't say a bunch of stuff, I guess, but if someone really goes all out, are you obligated to like match that energy, like return the same?
If you can afford to. If you can afford to. I think with gift giving, all of this needs to be with the mindset of what you can afford to do. Okay, like if you really know that person, what they really want is a Benz, and we got enough money for $25 at Target, like, okay, give her a picture of a Benz, like keep it within your level. But I do like the whole matching energies thing, as long as it again is within what you can do. If you are dating a billionaire and you a social worker, what they may pull up with, you might not be able to pull up with. But I think you can match people's effort. You know, like, okay, if someone might have went all out to take you on vacation, right? And blah, blah, blah. You might not have the money to then, do something as big and grand, but I think you can match the effort of like, okay, and when we get there, there's roses on the bed and flowers and a pair, of whatever that's your favorite thing.
That's fair. I can understand that. I feel like I shy away from things that I don't, when I'm like, if somebody does something that I think is too like,
I remember your Valentine's Day story.
oh no, I wasn't gonna say that.
No,
Not you.
I wasn't saying it in a bad way. I'm just like, soon as you said that, I'm like, no, because I remember somebody going all out for you on Valentine's Day, and you weren't expecting that from like, you were just like, we're not at this level. We're not like, and it was grand. It was like a grand gesture, and you were pissed.
No, it wasn't not necessarily pissed, but very uncomfortable with it because it didn't. Oh, you're right. That did happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was very sweet, but it was very awkward because it felt like we literally, and then she asked me to be her girlfriend. And I was like, we literally had been talking about how we were both just loving the single life. And just doing, our just having ourselves a good time. And you just sat here and did all of this and then asked me to be your girlfriend. Okay. So, but anyway, stuff like that makes me uncomfortable because it's like, I don't want to feel obligated to like do too much for do something. I don't know. I don't want to feel obligated to do anything. But I think that like, yeah, I was gonna say if somebody like gives me something too big, or I feel like, which I've gotten over similarly because I have friends who make plenty more money than I do, and they often, give me things that are out of my financial range. But I think that, like you said, I can match energy. Like I will arts and crafts you something that is like very specific to all of your, childhood wishes. If that's, but I'm trying to match, but I don't know.
But but with your story about the Valentine's Day, like to me, also recognizing like that's a part of magic energy of like, when you not cool like that, why would you buy me a new iPhone? Like, why would you? Now I feel awkward because I'm not going there with you because we're associates and we're not cool like that. And girl, I got you $25 to give to Starbucks. Like, what are you doing? I think that also, because I think when we say matching energy, people think of like that the going on the high end, but even on the lower end, like matching energies. That also applies for like bum dudes and girls you dealing with who like keep showing up with a bow tie around their ass. Like, here's your present. Like, why are you buying them land? Like, maybe,
right.
matching energy.
Right. That is a valid point. Sex is not a gift. Like, I get it. It's a beautiful act. But like nobody wants to, give you jewelry and you give them sex.
You know how mad I would be if a man tried to gift me sex as a gift?
That would tick me off.
That's when I would ask for the receipt immediately. And they face like,
I bought you a watch, my guy. Aren't you coming in here with a Santa hat on it? I mean, at least put a hat on it. But no.
And a bow tie. Why is there a bow tie on it? This is not what I asked for. But it's crazy because me and you talked about this earlier. Like, that was a thing on social media of people just like, you said it yourself, you was like, you know what? Any second they're gearing up to make those posts of like, sex is not a gift. And stop bringing your blah, 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 blah. And all this stuff. And like, it has always been something I've sided with the guys on. Like, no, it's not. Because I don't think nobody, none of the females I run with, I know would accept that. A dude coming through with a bow tie on him, on his stomach. Like, all of us will have a group text within 5 minutes. I'm like, well, y'all need to come here and stop me. Like, no.
But that goes to like, yeah, I would want my gift back. I don't think I've ever taken a gift back from somebody. Like, give me my stuff back. You didn't match my energy. But but it can be hurtful when you feel like you put effort into something and the other person doesn't match it when y'all are on that level.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like I've had that happen one too many times where I tried to be where I thought my gift was like really sweet and personalized, and like even when I didn't have a lot of money, unfortunately Valentine's Day does tend to be my worst holiday, but as
It's your
another
birthday
example.
month.
Yeah.
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 It's
Don't
right after your
don't
birthday.
get me started on those complications of like you knew all year that these things were a week apart. Plan better. It's not my fault. But I'm not going there. So but I remember like my boyfriend at the time, neither one of us had a lot of money to do things. I guess that's what used to irk me, is he always complained about money, like, but I ain't got none either. Like shit.
But I
But
show up with effort.
I became with effort. I baked it. One day, like I baked him a cake. It was his favorite cake. I like decorated it and shit. And then I can't remember what else I got. I know one time I got him like an ID bracelet or something. Just like, but something I got off of like Overstock. It wasn't crazy, but like, here's your gift. And that man was like, well, I'm gonna take you out to eat. And I was disgusted because it is not what I wanted. It was just not. And he would do that because he felt like he couldn't, what he said was like, he felt like he couldn't match like what my mom could buy me, which I'm like,
why is he competing with your mom?
Exactly. Which I'm like, none of us can buy the things my mom buys. Okay. Like, please stop trying to compete with my family. And like, when he told me that, I was like, that's insane. Like, I'm not even asking that. I'm asking for thoughtfulness.
Look, top of my wish list is a picnic and an easy bake oven. Like,
and I can't even get that. But it can be hurtful though when you feel like you're like, oh, I did this and I was thoughtful and I got this person all this stuff, and then they just don't show the same effort.
Yeah. I think also with going into showing effort, like understanding effort isn't a price tag. Because I feel like there are some people who very much are just like, I spent this much money on this thing. And it was like, okay, but did you take into consideration who you were buying for? Like, yes, thank you for jewelry, whatever. I'm not a jewelry person though. Like, I'm gonna say thank you. I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm not gonna be angry about it. You're gonna have to remind me to wear it because I don't like wearing jewelry. I'm just not a big jewelry person. I'm just not.
You're gonna be mad when you see me with this string and a gem and a crystal hanging off of it.
$45 crystal for 5 points hanging off of it. You're like, I just bought you this expensive ass necklace with diamonds, sir.
That ain't gonna get my chakras right. No.
You're gonna hear from this throat chakra tonight because that's not what I asked for. But yeah, like no, but I don't like. Yeah, I'm not a huge jewelry person. I had dated someone who had bought me a watch, and apparently it was a nice watch. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, okay with it. I'm just like, yeah, no, I appreciate that. I don't even know why they bought it. It wasn't like my birthday or anything. And then like a week later, they got mad at me because they hadn't seen me in the watch. And keep in mind, I would have put the damn watch on if we were like meeting up to go to a date and stuff, just because I think that's considerate. But like we were like running, because I was in college at this time, we were like saying hi between classes. We were like, oh, I think I was sick and he ran some stuff up to me in like my apartment or whatever, and like got me some medicine, some soup and stuff before he went to work. Like little stuff like that. Like it wasn't like a plan. Stuff where I would be like, okay, let me go put the watch on so he can see I'm wearing it or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, we ended up getting into a whole like thing about it, which I was very immature about. But in that conversation, like one of the things I said to him, though, I was like, also, like, I don't wear watches. So it's going to take me a minute. Have you ever seen me wear a watch? I don't. He's like, well, that's why I bought you because you ain't got watches. And I was like, no, I hear you. But my whole thing for them was like, it didn't really fit. This was because you like watches. You like nice, expensive watches. That was a thing for you. And so you got me one because that was your shit. You like watches. So I would get you a watch. I don't know what I like. So I don't ask for stuff. I like other shit. Yeah, gift giving should be. It should not be. I guess it could be a certain extension to you to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But like you said in the beginning, it needs to be more about that person. It needs to really be more about that person. And I think that's where we get tripped up at, especially with that money part.
I think if it's something like if it's representative of you, then it can be like, I don't know, if you have a particular hobby that, leads to whatever, something like that, or like an inside joke that y'all have, or something from a shared experience or something, then that's like a good way to like represent yourself in the gift that you are giving.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's got to be a connection in some sort of way, not just like, I like watches, so maybe Russ would too.
Yeah. You know what? Used to wonder though, like, how much is this about you being able to show your status?
Mm-hmm. Buying someone like a diamond necklace or something, and they don't wear jewelry.
Yes, buying that. But I'm trying to think. There was something that was going around a lot on social media. Oh, like that girl who bought that man property. I think for his like birthday, it went viral. She bought this very shallow ass man property for his birthday, like acres, right? And oh, because he got mad because he wanted her to buy him jewelry and give him stacks so him and his boys could go, floss on Instagram, I'm assuming. And anyways, it created this whole debate. This was like earlier this year on social media, people being like, he should have been grateful. You can take that and make money. You can build property. You can sell it. You can blah, blah. She bought you our future. And on the other side of that, of course, was people just being like, that man don't want no future. Anything that came out of that man's mouth, it looks like he wants a future. It's fine. That man wanted some Jordans. He wanted an ounce. He wanted some things, but none of it involved land. Now, of course, the way he went about it was very, I think.
Why would you be mad about that though?
Oh no! Oh gosh, I'm gonna show you the video when we get done recording and just piss you off all over again. Have you on a rant on Instagram at 3 a.m? It's like, why would I love your rant so much? I'd be like, who tweeted her something that was none of their business? I tweeted Instagram. I know that's your thing. You posting memes and then people just argue with you, and you be like, I don't know what this triggered you.
People are always arguing with me on social media. I don't know why. I don't care about their opinions.
Are you arguing with the people as well, though?
No, I will go on a post and just be a regular commenter saying my opinion like everybody else, and then people want to come and bother me.
I gotta find you in one of these comment sections because the way you be telling me, I'm like, what did you say? You're like, I didn't even say nothing. Everybody else said way worse. I don't know why my comment blew up.
I'm serious. And it happens to me way too much. And I'll be like, I had to put in a couple, and people like, oh, you're projecting and you're doing that. I'm like, I wasn't, hold up. How did this come about me? I'm commenting on this food. I'm not even talking to you.
I am not the person that recorded and sent this to the masses. Why are we arguing with me right now? But yeah, so anyways, that was the whole debate. And I definitely think he went about it like in a very like just gross way. But like also at the end of the day, it's like, girl, you know that man ain't about like that man is not about protecting his future. You know that man was not about protecting his future. If this was about you protecting your future, you should have got that land for you and your name and got him his PS5, like if that's what you wanted to do. Now, I want to be very clear. That is not in support of me, that man or his foolishness. Whatsoever. I'm just saying, like it seemed like a lot of waste of money for someone that you knew was not what they wanted.
Yeah, that comes with like no, like you said, knowing what somebody is about. Like you, if he behaved that way, I'm sure that like you could have guessed that he would be appreciative
in front of y'all friends and families and being recorded. He behaved that way. I know you know.
Oh my God, break up. Where is this woman? I need to talk to her.
But yeah, just even on a small level, getting people stuff that matches now. Again, that might be my own thing because I am really big on the whole, like, I like the hunt of like thinking of like what could make your day and going out and getting that. And I'm very much a person that if I'm out and about, and especially in like relationships, so I'm out and about and I see something you like and I have the money to get it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, he will love this. Oh, this reminds me of the thing in his story about his grandma or whatever the case is. And I remember I dated somebody where that happened. I did not buy it because I didn't know if they had it. So I saw some things, I didn't know if they had it, but they had this like really nice selection of these things that he liked. And I was just like, oh, I really, And I was like, okay, I'm gonna see him this weekend. I'm gonna be with him for like 3 days. I'm gonna see if he has it already, blah, blah, blah. And he actually just went out and bought, not the thing I was looking at, but a whole bunch of like other collectibles around that same thing. And I was like, oh, good thing, or whatever. He was like, what? And I was like, I had saw some, I was like earlier this week and I thought of you. And I was like, I should just get that for him. And he was like, well, why? And I was like, because I know you like it. And I saw some. And you weren't there to get them. And I know it would make you happy. So I just thought it would be nice. And we ended up having this like interesting discussion of him just being like, is that a manipulation tactic? Like it was just,
Whoa.
yeah,
Oh, there.
this whole discussion where I was like, have you ever been loved? Like,
How is that? Like, why are you being nice to me? Whoa. But see, that goes to show, like, whenever there's like men like posting stuff on social media, it's like women don't do stuff for men and they don't there's always some like women in the comments like, so no one's ever liked you is what I'm hearing.
look, not even just men, but women too. Like there's sometimes I see posts like, y'all really be expecting men to open up doors for y'all? This is 2022. Step it up. And I'm like, has no one ever loved you? Like why is it so ridiculous? Like, you'd open the door for me.
I like sweet.
I like flowers. Like it just both sides. There's things that are said that I'm just like, I just want y'all to be loved.
Yeah.
Be hugged. I really wish I'd be hugged. I saw a couple things. I saw a post earlier today that just screamed like, not over my exes, vengeance on them forever. And I just was like, I just want you to be hugged. I just want you to be properly loved so you can let go of the need of seeking vengeance. Like, I don't know what is going on, but I just feel like a genuine hug from a large breasted woman would just heal some of that pain.
I'm lay on my bosom.
They are healing. They have magical healing powers.
All right.
I know.
All right. Drawing that attention. Okay.
Delete. All right. But
people seeing certain gestures that are pretty simple and being like, where it's kind of like,
yeah. But no, it was just, I don't know. I feel like I see those a lot, or I'll hear someone say something where I'm just like, why nobody ever loved you? Like, I just, why can't simple gestures just be given? And of course, I know the answer to that on a grander scheme of things.
Yeah.
But also, there's sometimes we are just like, why are we broadcasting this?
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking about you saying like, you like the hunt of like getting people their special gift in it. And it is good when you see that thing that triggers like, oh, I know that this person wants that or whatever. Mm-hmm. But people who are hard to shop for.
Yeah.
It's like if they want it, well, I know I have this issue with my mom. If she wants it, she has it. She has it. There's no, yeah. And I don't live with her to catch her like dropping hints and stuff like that to be able to be like, I see a need, let me jump in and get this. So that's caused me to switch to trying to gift her experiences. Mm-hmm. I think in general, gifting people experiences can be better than just like giving them stuff. I mean, like, something they can do. Somewhere they can go or have done. I don't know. Something like that, or like better, I think, than just giving people stuff.
I think it's definitely your best go-to for people who have everything. Like you said, if they want it, they already got it. How do I gift that person? You give them new experiences. Yes, they might have been to, wherever before, but have they been there with you? Mm-hmm. Did you do something to make it special, to enhance the experience? And I agree that I actually really, really like experience type gifts too. I do. Because I think also that can be really thoughtful too, but also huge quality time person over here too.
Yeah, definitely. That's like, so someone gifted me this paint set situation, mm-hmm. and it's really sweet, but like, I haven't done it.
It's still in your guest room, ain't it?
It's still, it's not done. It's not in the guest room. It's in here. You said, but it's not done. The point is, I haven't done it, and this person keeps bothering me. Hey, did you ever do that painting? Hey, did you ever do that painting? And I'm like, look, if you wanted me to do that painting, you should have did it with me. I don't understand. Like, I was like, like one day I was just like, when people buy these types of paint set things, because he had one too, and I had one, and I'm like, he bought himself one. And he bought me
right, one. But why? Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Exactly. You took yours home and painted yours, and I was just. And then here's the other thing: it's my gift. Don't go around asking people Did you use that? Did you wear that? Did you? But it's mine. It is mine to do with as I so doggone please. And if I choose to set it in the corner and let it collect dust, then damn it, that's what it's gonna do. But anyway, back to the specific issue. The gift could have been quality time. The gift could have been that we sit and do this together, and that painting would have been done. But no, that's not how that went. And so, and therefore, it is collecting dust. Maybe one day I'll get that. But also, that's not as much my thing as like a puzzle or something like that. You know,
you do love your puzzles.
I do love puzzles.
Yeah, I remember the first time I realized that about you, and I was just very confused because we definitely went from like very Aquarius minded, like aliens, space. I'm gonna do a puzzle, and I was like, what? Where does this fit in? I did not know the side of your personality.
Seems like it fits me.
No, it really confused me. We was both like smoking, talking conspiracies, and then he was like, so I'm gonna go do this puzzle, and I was just like, okay, yeah. Every now and then I'm reminded. But yes, I think even when I think back to like some of my favorite, like even my mom is really hard for me to shop for because also she never says directly what she wants. And when I was younger, I used to just buy her expensive things because I did the same thing to her where I was just like, my mom likes stuff that cost a lot for no reason. And so like that's the gift I would go. I also went through the Bath and Body Works phase, definitely. All through high school, that's all she got. Like Thanksgiving, Black Friday sale where everything was like $3, like everybody was getting lotion and shampoo. Like that was what everybody was getting. But I recently was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. And now I mostly get sentimental gifts and experience type of gifts for her because also same thing, if she wants it, she just gets it. There is Amazon boxes arriving to my house every single day. She just gets whatever she wants. But like for her birthday when she first moved here, I took her to this like restaurant that was like really expensive, but also it had a live jazz band. It had, it had an all black chef staff. I thought it was a black owned restaurant too. Found out that was not true. That was supposed to be a part of it as well. But like it was a whole experience. I was like, no, we're going to get dressed up. Like we're going to get our car valet. We're going to like, this is going to be a whole thing. We're going to have a whole night on the town. And like, she absolutely loved it. Like, it's one of the things like she'll still bring up. Just like, oh, what's that place? Like whenever we have company in town and she wants to impress them, she'd be like, oh, we got to take them to that restaurant. My baby took me to this restaurant for my birthday. Let me tell y'all. And then she just go and then like her face lights up. And I'm like, yeah, see, that's what we got to do. Experiences. Yeah.
I can get memories. Like Mother's Day and stuff, I can do that more because like I'm gonna make her come visit me. Because if I go visit her, she'll be like, I don't feel like leaving my house. But if she comes here, I run the show. No. But I can plan and take her, to do something in particular. But if I try to like gift her, like say, like she likes the escape rooms and stuff like that. And so I gave her a gift card for the like she's not going to go on her own.
Yeah.
She's going to let it expire. But it's hard to do things like that for something like, say, Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a day, it's a thing. And then after that, I go home. I'm not really here to be like, all right, next Tuesday, let's go do this thing. So cash in that voucher.
So what do you do on Christmas? Like, what do you do on those? You just, okay.
No, I really don't know. And also my mom's birthday is around Christmas time. So I'm like, it's like a double whammy. This year she gave me an idea. She was like, you know what, so when she does give me something like, but it's more of like, well, I was going to buy myself this, but I mean, if you insist, like you can go ahead and buy it. Like that's more what happens. But then I feel like I got to get the perfect, like I got a thing, like I can't mess this up now. Like this year she said she wants something for like her stuff when she travels. Like, I don't know, man, but I got to find the perfect travel thing.
Okay.
Like
luggage? You're using the word thing, so I'm very confused.
Like to keep like extra money cards, stuff like my mom's not a purse person.
Oh.
Or like a wallet purse. She's not really she's a pocket person. But when she travels and you're taking more than just like your check card or something, she's like, something to put that in. So I don't know.
You're gonna get her one of those neck badges. Like, besides purse, fanny pack, and wallet, what else do you get?
I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. It's definitely not that neck pouch thing. That's
officially, like, I'm old now.
It takes me back to my childhood.
I was definitely thinking 90s because they were everywhere. We all had one for some reason.
Yeah, I had to keep my little, especially being a military brat, you got to keep your ID on you. Being on the different bases and keep that around my neck, little thing in it.
I would have been a horrible military child. I lost my wallet at Publix 4 times this year. And I get it back every time. Every time like somebody finds it, I'm just like in a good area. People find it and they take it to the front desk, and I panic. I didn't look through the trash because for some reason I keep thinking I'm gonna throw it away, and then I always end up realizing like it's at Publix. I'm a call for customer service, and it's there. One time I had a father and a son. He was a Boy Scouts. They came to my door. I wasn't home, but I watched a video of them like knocking at my door to return it. And he was like trying to teach, he gave his son this whole speech and like, this is what we do. They like found my ID and drove to the house. They gave it to my neighbor. And I was like, oh,
that's really sweet.
It is really sweet. I said all that to say though, like I was always losing stuff in my childhood. If they had told me I had to keep an ID on me,
no, wasn't no losing. My mom made it seem like the government was gonna come and court-martial her, and all of the bad things would happen if I lost it.
It has never once stopped me from losing things.
Another episode of the pressures.
Lord.
My mom made a lot of things seem like a really big deal, and like our whole future relied on my being a responsible child.
That's a whole other episode. But I think I'm only buying for 2 people this year as well, my daughter and my mother. I'm getting my mom like a gift basket of sorts of arrangements. So I think I'm just gonna get like a gift basket and put little things like that in there. And then for my daughter, like this year, it is gonna be one of those like, I'm getting exactly what y'all said. I won't, like, I'm not doing it. Because usually I like to like, okay, I'll get you the thing you said, but then this other thing that I know you want that you forgot about because you mentioned it in April type of thing. Or this thing you might not even know exists, but I know fits you perfectly type thing. This year, I'm like, nah, all y'all getting exactly what you want.
No, that'll be a really sweet gift though. Like, I like the idea of the book. One of my favorite gifts or like things that I have that was gifted to me, my mom made a photo album or like a scrapbook of me. Like, because she was like, I just figured, a lot of people don't have pictures of themselves as kids. And I mean, and my mom's not a crafty person, and it's so like, I love it. It's one of my favorite gifts. It was very thoughtful of her. But being able to make things can be very economic, very economically friendly.
Yeah.
I've definitely had everybody's getting some handmade shit this year, or everybody's getting some cookies or something. I've definitely had those moments. And this brings me to the point of, don't let capitalism have you out here overextending yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. I know, like, the spirit of Christmas or whatever holidays you're celebrating this time of year, don't let marketing and all that stuff have you, running crazy. And a lot of people go into debt this time of year.
Yeah. It's always been kind of ridiculous to me with folks. Like, I see people going into debt over like Christmas or like your 1-year-old's birthday party, and I'm just like, they're not gonna remember. Like, why are we going into debt over that? They're not gonna remember this shit.
Their kids don't want Jordans, they want light up shoes. They won't light up shoes. You want them
toddlers.
That's like what you were saying earlier about like people buying things as more of like a status symbol instead of taking into account what that person actually wants or needs.
Yeah.
People want to give their kids the world, and I love it. But it's like, especially when they're at a certain age, they just want to open something. They just want to, like, they're going to lose interest in some of these toys with it. I could see getting them like 1 or 2 things that are like, okay, this is like me making a big deal. Then you can really literally probably go to the dollar store and just wrap up a bunch of stuff, and they do not care. They're happy to just open things. I know my mom has definitely always overdone it. Not like put herself into debt or anything, but got me more that like to overwhelm me
Yeah.
with things. But one of my first like ever Christmas memories is me like running out to the tree and like grabbing the first gift and like opening it up and being like, what the heck is this? And it was a bra. It wasn't mine. And I don't know whose it was. I should go back and ask her who was gifting whom bras.
Bras.
Because it was literally just a bra, like wrapped. It wasn't like in a box. It wasn't like,
Ashley, was it from my mother?
oh, because you said, I remember, and I just remember the confusion and my mom laughing at me and being like, see, everything isn't for you. Usually it is.
What you mean? What are we talking about? I'm sorry, capitalism. Yeah, I think though with the whole like overextending yourself thing is being able to say no and have boundaries. Like this is another boundaries episode. Have boundaries. Be not just even overextend yourself like when it comes to money, but also time.
Yes.
I can't. I don't feel like traveling. I am tired, and I just want to rest on these 3 days off. And these, not overextending yourself for this particular day, because whether it's financially or emotionally or physically, the whole purpose of gift giving around this time is to show love and care. And love and care does not come at the cost of your health, whether that's your physical health or your financial health.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't.
I love that you brought that up, especially time-wise, because I know certain people's jobs do different things this time of year, depending on what type of work you're doing. Some people's work like kicks up and some, kind of tapers off because it's the end of the year. But I've had those jobs where it kicked up, and this was the time of the year. We're doing Christmas stuff for the clients. We're doing Christmas stuff for the staff. We're going to freaking fundraisers. I mean, my God. By the time Christmas would get here, I would be so freaking sick of Christmas. Like, I don't think I enjoyed Christmas. But I probably that first year, I was like, oh my God, I love being involved in all this stuff. I was on all the committees that did all this stuff. And then I remember that next year, I was like, I am so damn sick of Christmas. I don't want to think about. And so I thought about that this year because I was out, just like out shopping, like out at a store, and there was Christmas music playing. I was just having me a good ass time, like singing along to the Christmas carols and just enjoying it. And I was like, I know these employees are probably like, I am sick of this shit. Like, I've been playing it since November 3rd, and I'm just sitting here like, na, 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 na. I don't have to hear that crap all day. Enjoy it for what it is. And I'm thankful for that, actually.
Yeah. Well, and then also, and while we're talking on that, just remembering not everybody celebrates, or then everybody celebrates the same thing, and being mindful of that. And is it really a big deal to do a blanket term of like happy holidays, and finding out before we make this such a big thing or a push? Because even if you think it's a small thing, that is something that can create discomfort for other folks.
Absolutely. When that debate came about, I was like, what in the world? I had always kind of been a happy holidays person, especially working in retail, just because it was just generic enough. And I just assumed that we were all okay with the fact that people celebrate different holidays this time of year. There's all sorts of holidays. So happy holidays, it's not, I can't believe that ever became such a thing. I haven't seen much fuss about it this year. Certain people got out of office and people simmered down a little bit. So I don't think we've heard it as much, but
no one is arguing with Starbucks about what they have on their cups as of yet.
I think a celebration more so of the end of the year for a lot of people than anything. If anything else, yes, there are the religious things and stuff like that, but like, it's just a fun time to celebrate. Like, let's not argue about what people are doing to celebrate, because if we really want to go there with religion, a lot of people are celebrating the same stuff in different ways. They just, a different part of the world, set up some different types of practices and or absorbed pagan practices. And now here we are. So let's not get bougie about our individual chosen practices.
Now, let me ask you something. This is not so much in regards to Christmas, but how do you feel about surprise gifts? Like, you're not expecting, because we talked a lot in this episode about like the equal energy, the equal giving, keep the person in mind, blah, blah, blah. But I'm talking about like those gifts that it's Tuesday and they just, boom, here is your gift, here is your thing all by myself.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
love it. I think those are fine when it, especially again, if you have that type of relationship with somebody or some sort of something that makes it make sense.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever no, not ever. Most times it's not a bad time to give a gift. Give
Oh
freely.
no,
I love
give
giving.
freely. Yes, please. Yeah, yeah, give freely. Like let go of the shackles of like it having to be like those people who are like, I'm gonna hold this to your birthday. Why? Why?
Well, yeah.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, I it's so funny. I had recently gave my daughter a gift. I had went to like Walmart and they had a whole bunch of like art stuff, and my daughter loved art. I had a bunch of art stuff on sale that was like normally like a $30 kit for $3. So I stocked up. I just went through the whole aisle, was just getting like one of everything. And like me and her, like every week, every other week, we pull one out and we just do it. And she's like, oh, sure. I'm just like, yeah, mommy, be looking out. But when I did that, someone had commented to me because I had mentioned it to them, like, oh yeah, because I gave their child a gift because we didn't know their child's birthday. They mentioned it. I was like, oh, let me go in the closet and get one of our things and give them. And so I never explained it to them, and it was like the most bizarre thing in the world to them. It was like, so you just be giving her stuff for no reason. I'm like, yeah, that's how I parent. Just giving her shit
My
that
daughter.
she might love for no reason at all. She just
Because
showed up here in my world. Yeah. But it was like interesting because like they looked at me like I was the weirdo. This needs to be a part of that. Like, I just want y'all to be loved. Like conversation we had earlier.
I was like, when people are like, so you're nice to the child? Like, I am.
The amount of like questioning I get, not questioning, but just like about little stuff with my daughter. I
Yeah.
promise you, I think, I had posted that TikTok, and on my professional page, I posted a video about like children having rights and about children being able to say, like, listening to your child, and they're like, I don't want to give grandma a kiss. I don't want to go over cousin Joey's house. I don't want to, and things, whatever. And I had like a video where I talked about that, and I talked about how also a part of that, you can be setting your child up to feel like it's normal to abandon their needs because they love a person. So, because when they're very young and they're like, I don't want to kiss grandma, when you're like, I don't care, go give her a kiss. I don't want to go hang out. I don't want to go hang out with those cousins. No, you got to go spend a night with them. You could be teaching them that no, because they're family, or because this is a person I love, I will override my feelings of discomfort to make them happy. So, anyways, I just made a quick post, but I also made it very clear. This is not going to happen with everybody. This is not how it goes all the time, but this is a thing that you could be teaching. And a bigger part of that conversation was also about like, pick up when your kids are saying they're uncomfortable with folks in nice ways because they don't feel comfortable straight up telling you what things may be.
Yeah.
That was a bigger conversation, but that was the point of the clip of it that I posted was more on the like, hey, they have rights, and if they don't want this person kissing on them, like let that child make that decision. The amount of people.
I would say that's controversial. And I don't know. Anytime you're like, let children be individuals and express themselves.
What?
I'm like, I disagree. You're going to be running. I don't know why the default or why people think that like allowing children some form of free will just means they're going to turn into like either really spoiled or like they're going to be running your household. Like, calm down. Okay. You can respect their rights and set boundaries. Like it's why? How did it become so extreme?
Girl, the amount of people that felt the need to reply to me to let me know why their child does not get to decide who gets a kiss on them. And if I feel like kissing them, I'm gonna kiss them. You know how many times that little girl hurts my feelings by telling me she don't want my kisses? I am 2 for 5 right now. Be like, I want to kiss her. Be like, no, thank you. Just walk on her merry way.
Then you're like, I guess I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
It teaches body autonomy, like, which is important. And there are grown people out here that still have not, mastered that. And it's important. And it starts in childhood.
Again, there can be boundaries with them. Okay, you won't want grandma to kiss on you, that's fine. Grandma, you don't have to go give grandma a kiss. You don't want to go to school today, too damn bad. You get your little booty up, get your ass, you going to school. It doesn't mean a free-for-all.
Right.
I think that's kind of what people think, that when you're just like, hey, let kids have rights. Rights. They can't even read.
House.
Why they need rights? Oh, they need rights. They can't read. Which was a real comment, by the way.
So take heed. Take some consideration. I hope everyone enjoys this holiday season and everything that is like going on around this time, and you know, get to participate in festivities and all that stuff and share with the people that you love. But definitely take the time to be considerate of them. Consider yourself, your time. Don't overextend yourself. Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
This time is meant to be for your enjoyment as well.
Gift giving, it makes it a fun occasion, it makes it a special occasion. But if you are really with those who want you there, you're really with your loved ones and so forth, it's been a hard year for everybody, not just financially, emotionally, socially. For a lot of us, we still trying to figure our way back into things. It's been a lot of tired moments for a lot of people. And you don't need to come out and make this holiday season perfect or come with this grand plan, this grand scheme, and this grand proposal, this grand whatever. Like, show up with your folks and be present. For some, they just literally want you to show up. I think that goes back to that gift giving can be an experience. You can literally show up, be present with your folks, and that could be the experience itself.
Absolutely. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of She Wolf Alchemy. New episodes will come out on Sunday. Check us out on Instagram at She Wolf Alchemy. Have a great week. Happy holidays.
Bye.